All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And we're gonna start by creating a new folder first. And this folder is going to be called managers. This is where we're going to be storing all of our managers. So we're going to have an API manager, which is going to help us manage all the API calls. We're also going to have a location manager, which is going to help us manage all the core location related queries. So this is where we're going to be creating our location manager. So let's go ahead and right click, add a new file from template. By the way, if you're wondering which Xcode, I am using the latest Xcode as of this recording, and latest Xcode is Xcode version 16.0. Okay, all right. So we're gonna create a new file by right clicking and adding a new file from template. We're gonna choose Swift as the template, and we're gonna name this file Location Manager. Okay, import from foundation is good. We're gonna also import from core, or import the framework called CoreLocation. So let's go ahead and put them in order. So we have CoreLocation and foundation. Now next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a class called Location Manager, and basically this class is gonna be a final class, so it is compiler optimized. We're gonna basically inherit from NS object, and we are also going to be inheriting or conforming to CL Location Manager delegate. Okay, so now we have our class created, and we're gonna start by basically creating an instance of CL Location Manager, and this basically is an instance that is used to manage and control the location services, and also to use the user's location. As you can see, Xcode's predictive engine is actually predicting that we should create a manager called CL Location Manager. So let's go ahead and create that, and we are also going to take its suggestion to initialize it. So initialization is not proper, so let's go ahead and initialize this right here. Okay, and we're gonna remove this init for now. So we have Location Manager. I think for simplicity, we're just simply gonna call it manager. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another variable called location. This variable is gonna be of type CL Location Coordinate 2D. Now CL Location Coordinate 2D is basically a structure that represents the geographical coordinates, which contains the latitude and the longitude. So it is used to basically store user's current location, and we want to basically create a local instance for that. So location, and this is CL Location Coordinate 2D. It's going to be an optional, so initially it's going to be nil, and then we're gonna basically populate this as we fetch users information. Okay, now we're gonna override the init. Okay, and we will make our init not take any parameters, and the only thing that we want to do is we want to basically set our manager's delegate to be the delegate for this class. So this class will take the responsibility to basically provide all the delegate functions for CL Location Manager delegate. Okay, so let's go ahead and create an extension here, Location Manager, and in this we are basically going to have all the delegate functions that will provide the definition for all the required functions for the CL Location Manager protocol. Okay, so as you can see here, most of the protocols are, or all the protocol functions are optional because they are all prefixed with the optional value or optional keyword. We are going to be basically using some of these to fetch the current location of the user. We're gonna also use this to start user's location. We're gonna use this to basically present the authorization the location authorization dialog, the permission flow is also going to be launched using this delegate function. Okay, so right now compiler is complaining that self is used, and we have not called super.init. So let's go ahead and call super.init, okay, to make sure that we satisfy all the initialization that is required by NS object. And when the NS object is initialized, then we're going to initialize our location manager class. Okay, next we are going to create a function called request location. Now request location function is basically going to be used to request users location authorization to access users current location data when the app is in the foreground and is actively being used. Okay, so we're going to simply say manager dot request when in use authorization. It says basically we are only going to be using the location when the app is in use and is in the foreground. Okay, so this will basically trigger the request location dialog flow, and if user has not authorized already for our app to use their location, then it'll prompt the dialog box. Otherwise it'll simply start fetching the location. Okay, now in the next video we are going to be basically creating or providing the definition for the functions that will help us get the authorization status or request the permission to fetch the location. The next function that we're going to build is going to be when the location is updated, we actually receive those, and also if something happens, something goes wrong and the query fails and location is not basically received, in those cases how do we handle that? So all those coming up in the next video, so I'll see you guys there. Thank you.